Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Impact on Axs Tv, or Smash and Inside Farseer. I, Joey Styles, here with Jonathan Coachman and with Aiden English, and today on Impact and Axs Tv, or Smash and Inside Farseer, we don't know what we're going to see here today on Impact and Axs TV, or Smash and Inside Farseer. But we know it's going to be, a good show. We know that. Joey Styles says. That's right, Jonathan Coachman, says Joey Styles. We're going to see a good show here today on Impact, on Axs TV, or Smash and Inside Farseer. And we got Wonder Woman here. So, everyone knows by now I got this bind with Brock Lesnar. And everyone knows by now Brock Lesnar's had it out for me. And I've beat Brock Lesnar 2 times. And the last time that I had an open fight for Brock Lesnar, it truly didn't go very well. He didn't show up. Well, Aiden English said Brock Lesnar is not a dumb man. He shows up when he wants to, does what he wants to, and then that's mostly, the end of the whole thing. Aiden English says, Wonder Woman should be thankful that Brock Lesnar, didn't take her up on that deal. So, anyway, Brock Lesnar likes to behave as if he is this unbeatable, unstoppable, unyieldable might. But that's not true. Brock Lesnar has taken losses. Not be as many as you would think, but he has taken losses. He lost once to John Cena. He lost once to The Undertaker. He at least lost, if I'm believing it, he at least lost 2 times to Roman Reigns. I believe he lost at least at least 2 times to Hunter Hearst Helmsley. And, yeah, he's lost once to Cody Rhodes. So Brock Lesnar isn't this unbeatable, unstoppable might that everyone makes him out to be. And he's lost to Drew McIntyre. So, at the end of the day, Brock Lesnar might not be unbeatable and unstoppable as he once was. He has taken some losses. Yeah, and even Bobby Lashley beat him, need be, once too. So yeah, Brock Lesnar isn't as unbeatable as he likes to think he is. And look out, Joey Styles said. Brock Lesnar there, F5 on Wonder Woman. Brock Lesnar showing up, Joey Styles says. Oh, we wonder when the next big thing, the Fiend newborn, would show up, Joey Styles says. Well, now we know, Jonathan Coachman says. Now we know where Brock Lesnar was going to show up at. And if Brock Lesnar was going to take Wonder Woman up on her deer. Which I guess he is. Brock Lesnar, another F5. Aiden English said Brock Lesnar likes to break folks' arms. He does. He likes to break folks' arms. That's what his big thing is. Aiden English said, and someone needs to stop this. Someone needs to stop Brock Lesnar from beating up on Wonder Woman. Joey Styles says. Well, Jonathan Coachman said, who's going to be bold enough? Who's going to be fearless enough? Who's going to be woman enough, man enough, or woman enough to beat him? Who's going to be man enough or bold enough, to beat to stop Brock Lesnar? Is it going to be you, Jonathan Coachman says? Well, I would say no. It's not going to be me, Jonathan Coachman says. Well, it's not going to be me, Joey Styles says. And God forbid that there were times where, You know, God forbid there would be times, where I'd want to do that. Aiden English said, yeah, you were bold enough to help Taz beat Jerry Lawler in Taz's last match, Aiden English says. Let's not forget about that. But you're not bold enough to stop this, Joey Styles. Neither are you, Jonathan Coachman. Oh! And that's a bed. That is a bed that Brock Lesnar is beating up Wonder Woman with. And someone has to do something to stop Brock Lesnar from beating up on Wonder Woman. And it looks like he's done. Or is he, Joey Styles says. You never know with the former UFC heavyweight fighter, 7-time WWE heavyweight fighter, 3-time World Heavyweight fighter, 3-time OVW Tag Team fighter, former King of the Ring, 2-time Kingly Thunder winner, and 1-time Gal in the Boundary winner, Brock Lesnar. You never know with him. And Joey Styles says, don't forget, John Coachman said the former ACCW heavyweight fighter too. And former NJPW heavyweight fighter too, John Coachman says. Yeah, you never know with a man like Brock Lesnar if he's truly done doing something or not, Aiden English says. Dare on, Wonder Woman. Dare on, Diana Elderling, or Elderling Diana. You're not so bold and fearless now, over-good doer. Strong woman. Well, we could tell you one thing, Jonathan Coachman says. We could tell you one thing, Joey Styles said. No one thought that this would happen. I guess no one thought that Brock Lesnar was going to show up here. Fuck! I'm not fitting anyway. No one thought that Brock Lesnar was going to show up here today. Shut! Okay, this bag isn't shut anymore. Well, no one thought that he would show. No one thought that Brock Lesnar would show up here today and do what he. Oh, fuck! Ow! Sorry about that. Well, and no one thought that Brock Lesnar would show up here today and do what he did, Jonathan Coachman says. Well, I didn't think that was going to happen either, Jonathan Coachman says. I truly didn't think that was going to happen at all, Jonathan Coachman says. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Aiden English says. And sadly, I don't know if Wonder Woman is going to be ready to wrestle Brock Lesnar or fight Brock Lesnar when that fight happens or not. Well, I know one thing. Fuck! Falling out. Shit! Alright. Well, I could tell you one thing. We don't know if Wonder Woman's going to be ready to fight Brock Lesnar or not. We don't know if that's going to happen. We don't know if that's going to happen or not. Aiden English says. And we do know is Astronema is going to have to make that match or not. And then we're going to hear from Astronema here today, before this show is over. So, So, it seems that Brock Lesnar has beat up on Wonder Woman, Astronomer says. And it seems that at the end of the day, Wonder Woman wants her match with Brock Lesnar. So, yes, I'll give Wonder Woman that match. I'll give Brock Lesnar that match. But at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, I do not think that it's going to end good for, neither of them. To be honest with you, I don't think it's going to end well with them. Astronomer says. Well, I can tell you one thing, Ecliptor says. If Wonder Woman wants to fight Brock Lesnar, then she's going to have to. We're going to see if she can, since Brock Lesnar beat her up earlier here today, hitting her for bad, of all things. Ecliptor goes. That's just my take. Well, the match is on, Astronomer says. Wonder Woman fighting Brock Lesnar. When? We don't know when that match is going to happen again or not. But we think it's going to happen sooner or later. It might happen at SummerSlam, Heatwave, we don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. We just heard from Astronomer. We only heard from Astronomer now. Joey Styles said, she says the match is on. Yeah, the match is on, Jonathan Coachman says. The match is on, Jonathan Coachman says. The match is on, Jonathan Coachman says. We're going to see Brock Lesnar. We're going to see Brock Lesnar take on Wonder Woman here soon. Need be not today, but sometime down the street, Jonathan Coachman said. That's right, Joey Styles says. We know that's going to happen. Well, anyway, Aiden English says, is that how Impact on Axs Tv is going to end, or Smashing Inside Farseer? Well, we'll have to see. Well, all right, take it away, Tony Schiavone. Thank you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. I'm going to be talking with Wonder Woman here today on Impact on Axs Tv, or Smashing Inside Farseer. Wonder Woman, Diana. So you heard from Astronomer Corone. She says your match is on. Well, good for Astronomer. Good for Corone. I get to fight Brock Lesnar. And Brock Lesnar just showed everyone what a bully he is, what a creep he is, what a heel he is, and what a weakling he is, hitting me from behind. I never hit him from behind. Every time I struck Brock Lesnar, it was leer to leer. But Brock Lesnar doesn't fight that way. We all know how he fights. You saw what he did when he was in when he was in OVW and WWF, and then later on WWE. We saw how he was when he was in NJPW and his UFC run and his WWE run. Brock Lesnar likes to hit folks from behind. That's the way he always been. A weakling. Now, if Brock Lesnar was bold and fearless, which he says he is, but he never truly is, he would fight someone leer to leer. But that's never been Brock Lesnar's way. It never been his way when he was in OVW and WWF and WWE. Never was his way when he was in NJPW or UFC or WWE, the 2-diff run. And we all know Brock Lesnar went back to UFC for a 2-diff run, or he went back to whatever the fuck he was doing. When he's not being a fighter or wrestler, he never wrestles anyone leer to leer. So you're a weakling, Brock Lesnar. And I don't care how many times you beat me up, you're always still going to be a weakling because you're beating me up from behind. never Lear to Lear. Well, that is true, Wonder Woman, that Brock Lesnar has never been the man to fight a man or woman Lear to Lear. No need if he was in OVW, WWE, NJPW, UFC, or WWE. You're right about what you only said now, Tony Schiavone, was what I just said earlier. He's a bully, he's a heel, he's a creep, he's a weakling. If he was fearless or bold, which he's not, he would hit me Lear to Lear. And I beat Brock Lesnar 2 times, so I hope to beat him again. Well, that's my talk with Wonder Woman Diana Alderling, or Alderling Diana. Back to you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. Well, thank you, Tony Schiavone, for talking with Wonder Woman here today on Impact on Axs Tv. And this is all the time we got here for Impact and Axs TV, or Smashing Inside Farseer. Joey Styles, Jonathan Coachman, Aiden English. We hope you like Impact on Axs TV, or Smashing Inside Farseer, and we'll see you tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown.